Hi again, everybody. Bill Phillips here on a Monday, a big Monday, national championship game Monday for college basketball fans. The madness of March has fallen into the month of April. And I'll tell you what, Florida, Houston, should be a pretty good game. And how about the Duke Blue Devils? Meltdown. Jordan, thoughts on the Duke Devils?
I'm mad.
Why are you mad? You're mad.
Are you kidding me? He could have hit that freaking. Wait, what? They were up by
Cooper
8.
Flag?
They were up by 8,
Yeah.
right? And then they get it to where it's like
they had more problems than the last shot. The last shot wasn't a bad shot.
No, he missed it. So yes, it was.
I know he missed it, but it wasn't a bad shot. There's bad shots.
All I needed was Duke in Florida, and they couldn't freaking win.
Oh, that's right. You're talking about your bracket. I'm thinking you're just talking about the game.
No.
So now are you not going to win your bracket?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
So if we find out that you still can with Florida, then you're going to be happy. Oh, I forgot. That's why I just remember my dad.
Okay, well, now I'm in second.
Uh-oh. Well, that could change, couldn't it? I mean, what was the deal with the inbound passes? It was they could not get them inbounded.
Hopefully, if Florida wins, I hope what?
Saturday night, they couldn't inbound the ball.
I can't. This is very annoying. I'm ready for March Madness to be over.
Well, it's going to be over. It's going to be over today. But what a big sports week. Huge sports weeks. And it started with the women's national championship game.
Mm-hmm.
UConn and South Carolina. Everyone expecting a classic.
Oh, it was a beating.
Wow. That was a beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
That was a beatdown. Paige Beckers, as they like to call her in Connecticut, Paige Buckets. She, her story is amazing in terms of just overcoming injury. And she got to the Final Four every time she played. But the teams weren't good enough, And then this year, that's Sarah Strong, the freshman. Wow. And AZ Fudd. I think she's a junior. She's going to be a junior. She was outstanding, and UConn just put it on. It was pretty good back and forth in the first quarter, but UConn seemed to dominate. And then the second quarter, it was all over.
Mm-hmm.
Halftime was all over.
Yep.
Now, did you watch the game? I watched the Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi. It's kind of like the Manning cast when they do Monday Night Football. So they do that for college basketball, for women's college basketball. I think they're great. I didn't even watch, and I really like Rebecca Lobo, the commentator for the normal broadcast, and her broadcast partner. I can't think of his name. Ryan, I think, is his first name. I can't think of his last name. And they do a real nice job calling the games. But Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi, they're funny. They bring us some good guests. They had Caitlin Clark on yesterday, talking about all kinds of stuff. But when you look at UConn's program, Gino, the head coach, Ariama, just amazing, 12 national titles. He is 12-1 in national title games, 24 Final Fours. Winningest all-time coach for basketball, either gender. So congratulations to UConn. Then I thought one of the best commercials. If you have a chance to see it, whether you like UConn, don't like UConn, doesn't really matter. Nike did a great commercial. It's called the Alpha Dog commercial. It was on right after the game. They did this celebration, and they basically took players throughout the years. They didn't take all of them. But Diana Taurasi was in it, Sue Bird, and they were all wearing their UConn stuff, and they were like, at UConn, the Huskies need to eat. And they did this whole thing about how they're the alpha dog, and they served their meals in national championship trophies and all this stuff. And it was like it was a really good commercial. It was really good. Tyler Madden, great friend of the Bills 9-Minute Phill-Up, and of course former WTOV Niner. Grew up in Connecticut, as I did, so we keep in touch. We were texting.
Oh, we should have had him on the show today.
We should have. I'll get him on. So he was very excited. We were talking about Hartford being, that's where the parade will be, downtown Hartford. And I said Bushnell Park needs to get ready because that's where they end up, in Bushnell Park. Same park that I saw B.B. King. First time I ever went to a concert, B.B. King show, Bushnell Park. Had fallen in love with the blues ever since. And my main man right now in the Blues, Kingfish Ingram. Yes, Kingfish Ingram. If you get to hear some Kingfish Ingram, he's from the 6'2", he's from the 6'6" Mississippi. Yeah, Kingfish Ingram. All right, Jordan. So we have that. The national championship. Congratulations to UConn. Jordan keeping track very closely for the past month or so of the great eight, Alex Ovechkin chasing down the great one, Wayne Gretzky, for all-time goals in the National Hockey League. And yesterday he passed Wayne Gretzky. Now, the interesting thing is,
go ahead.
Interesting thing is, when he tied Gretzky for the all-time record,
I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to do it.
He was one game ahead of him in terms of
on Friday
doing the goals, the same amount of goals, but one game quicker. So then he passes him on the amount of goals at 894, now 895 in New York, Long Island. I flipped it over, caught the ceremony afterwards, scored the goal from basically the left face-off circle, which he scored.
Oh, that goal was
he
ripped it.
But that wasn't even a slap shot. That was a wrister.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, it was really good.
But I thought the ceremony was well done. I thought, the NHL did a nice job with it. They had Wayne Gretzky there. Wayne Gretzky with a great move. He honored Gordie Howe.
Yeah.
He had the number 9 on his jacket in the red and white of the Red Wings to honor Gordie Howe, who Wayne Gretzky passed. And now, Ovechkin, they had the kids there, his wife there, his mother-in-law, his father-in-law, the whole team. They had, Bettman was there. And credit to the New York Islanders fans.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They were great. They were great. And you know what, though? They should have been, because it was on average, if you bought a ticket to go to the game, $1,000 a seat was the average ticket price people were paying to get a seat to go and witness history. So they see history, so it's like, yeah, we better applaud the guy.
Yeah.
Now I did notice this. No one said greatest player ever, just greatest goal scorer, because he's not the greatest player ever. But man, if you score 895 of anything is a lot. And he is a machine on and that's the amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
How do teams not just put a guy there? It's like when he's on the ice, just go stand in front of him in that face-off circle, because he goes and he stands there and he waits for the puck to come to him. And inevitably the defense kind of shifts over where the puck is and it comes back and they can't get there quick enough. But congratulations to Alex Ovechkin. Congratulations to Jordan, her long tour of duty in terms of waiting for this to happen.
Well, I really thought it was going to happen Friday. How we talked about how if he gets the two goals early, and then they really tried, I think, to get him that third. But I think he scored the second one too late, a little too late. But I guess he also said he didn't want to score. He didn't want to beat it on an empty netter, which makes so much sense.
Yeah. I mean, but
because I was like, if he scores an empty net, I'm like, that if that counts, to me that doesn't count.
No, they all count.
I know, but it's like an empty net to pass the record. Come on.
Everybody made a big deal about Sidney Crosby. I think it was his 30th hat trick this past weekend. Last goal was an empty netter.
Yeah, but that's different.
How's it different?
I wouldn't want to pass the record on an empty netter. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no, yeah. But I mean, if you did, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Turn it down?
I mean, no, but
I mean, it'd be interesting. But anyways, he didn't have to do that. He got it in New York. I thought it worked out well. I thought it was great coverage and everything. So anyways, Ovechkin's there now. Okay. Other things going on. Well, I guess we should have gone back to this. Florida and Houston tonight for the national title. Who you got?
Florida.
Not Duke.
Not fun.
Who was little bit. Who was your pick between Florida and Duke? Duke.
One bracket was Duke winning. One bracket was Florida winning. So technically, I'm still alive.
So we've covered all our bases.
So right now, I only have one bracket alive, except.
Okay. But if they win, you could win the whole thing, right?
I don't think I'm in second.
Yeah, I know, but who's the first place person have? Who do they play?
They probably have Houston. They have Houston winning, but They probably hold on. Let me look.
So if they have Houston winning the game, you have Florida winning the game. If Florida wins, you should win the whole thing.
Let me see.
All right. Well, she figures that out. We're going to talk.
Wait,
So that's
no.
8:50
Hold on,
tonight.
hold on. They have. Oh, they picked Houston versus Florida. I picked, so that's why I'm in second, because I picked Duke versus Florida.
Okay.
So I guess if Florida wins, I should technically win.
If they picked Houston to win.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Still win. Yeah. Do you know who they picked?
They picked Houston to win.
Oh yeah, then you should win.
If Florida wins.
Yeah, Florida wins. So what? So why are you so down?
Because I'm nervous.
I wanted both in.
I'm nervous that I would have a better chance if both of them were in.
Well, yes, obviously. You would
I would be a clear winner.
Aren't you always a clear winner?
And so now I'm upset.
Producer extraordinaire Jordan, always a clear winner. Come on. All right. So that's tonight, 8:50. Jordan says go Florida, or she might hurt somebody.
And it actually pains me though to say go Florida.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a Gator fan by any means.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking anybody who's a Gator fan, it's not me.
By any means. So that pains me. But
yeah. But I'll tell you what, Houston's pretty good. Houston's real good. They play some defense. They get after it. That my dad came into the living room. Hey, Bill, looks like my team Duke's going to get it done. I went, oh, okay, Dad. And I flipped over because I must have changed the channel. So I flipped over, and all of a sudden it's like 114. Boom. Guy hits a 3-pointer for Houston. And I'm like, Dad, you may want to recheck that. They're only up like 4 points or whatever it was. And then he sat there and was like, at the end, it was like unbelievable.
It was like, yeah.
No. So anyways, you know what's unbelievable? Shohei Ohtani, 10 years, $700 million. Was it Juan Soto, 15 years, $765 million. Vladimir Guerrero, compared to those, is getting ripped off. I mean, 15 years, 500 million, or 14 years, 500 million.
Yeah, that sounds.
I mean, we're gonna have to throw a charity party for him.
Yeah.
That averages out to about $36 million a season, but he's not even close to the highest paid player. But he's doing okay. The Toronto Blue Jays.
Say more.
That's the amazing thing
more
about
than
how much money people are willing to pay people now. To play baseball.
Not the Pirates.
No, not the Pirates. Oh, and I'll tell you what. People are taking shots at the Pirates now.
Well,
the play-by-play guy for the Yankees, Michael Kay, was taking shots about how they're not spending any money for free agents, everything. But
opening day, if you're watching, was it opening day? Opening day, yeah.
Down in Miami.
No. Home opener on Friday.
Yeah.
They're yelling, "Sell the team, sell the team."
Oh yeah, people are tired of it. He's not going to sell it.
No,
he's not going to sell it. Why would he sell it?
Like he's there, it's so annoying.
Well, as annoying as that is, did you hear the story about what they did with the outfield wall?
Oh yes.
Okay.
They're putting it back though.
Yeah, no, it's too late.
I know. I don't know why they would do that in the first place.
I
guess I don't know the full story.
Allegedly, now I can't think of the guy's name. All right, so here's the deal. So if you're not a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, I'm sorry. Go Gators. John Michael says, "Go Gators, go Gators, go Gators." You know what? Before we tell this story, let's tell the story of.
Every piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Valley Converting, thank you very much for everything that you do for the 9-Minute Phill-Up. Can't thank you enough. And so let's get back to the Pirates. Regardless of how they're playing, regardless of anything else, you want to talk about stepping in it. You want to talk about creating your own problem. You want to talk about, people are mad. They don't spend enough money. They don't do free agency. They don't win enough. They don't do this enough. They don't do that enough. Well, the one thing you can't do above all else is disrespect Roberto Clemente. Can't do it. If you're not a Pirates fan, or if you don't know who Roberto Clemente is, he's an all-time great. The great one, Roberto Clemente for the Pirates, played from 55 to 72, 3,000 hits, MVP, two-time World Series champion, and he lost his life on an aid mission after an earthquake in Nicaragua, where his plane crashed, and he went immediately into the Hall of Fame. Number 21. If you are a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, fan of baseball, you know who Roberto Clemente is. Well, the Pirates, they managed to go Bucks. Judy says go Bucks. PBH. I made it. I'm late, but I made it. That's all right. I started a little bit late too, so it's no big deal. No big deal. Thank you for being here. Well, anyways, the Pirates, and any thoughts on this one are welcome, but the outfield wall in right field, where Roberto Clemente played, was right field. It's 21 feet high for the number 21, Roberto Clemente, what he wore. They also had his number on the wall and his name on the wall. They have the bridge behind the stadium, Clemente Bridge. They have his statue out in front of the stadium. So apparently at some point, the Pirates, trying to make some more money, decided that they were going to put, was it Surfside? An alcoholic beverage on the Roberto Clemente wall. Fine. Put it up there. That's fine. But you can't cover the number 21 and the name Clemente with it. But that's exactly what the Pirates did. And they caught hell for it.
The president is like, oh,
Travis Williams, the president.
An oversight. Are you kidding me?
No, I mean,
honest mistake? No, that's not an honest mistake. Just don't do it.
Hey, what's this 21 doing here? Just paint over that. It's like, I mean, you want to talk about being inept as an organization. I'll be the first one to give, say, hey, this is the way he's running the team. Bob Nutting, this is the way the Pirates are going about their business. Okay.
You don't need to be advertising it like there.
Yeah, you put it anywhere else in the stadium. Yeah,
anywhere else.
But again, how do you? We overlooked it. It was an oversight. There's a thing. There's the number 21's on the wall. There's a name that don't put it over that. So the family got hot. Roberto Clemente's family, because of the disrespect, and then Travis Williams with. If we want the whole thing now with everybody. We want to be transparent. We want to tell you what's going on. We want to be transparent about all this stuff. Shut up. I mean, we want to be transparent. It was an oversight. Stop it. It is stupid. That's what it was. It was just, and you're telling me that nobody in the organization was like,
hey, you can't cover that up.
Hey, what? we're gonna get $1 million in ad revenues from the Surfside, or we're gonna get $250,000, whatever it costs to put a sign on the outfield wall. I mean, you can put it in right field, put it. You could put it anywhere on the wall. You could even put it on the right field Clemente wall. Just don't cover where it says 21 and his name, or put it over in left field. Hang a banner off the bleachers or something. Paint it on the outfield grass.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. But I mean, really, how much money are you making out of that to deal with this? And everyone, it's a mistake. It's an oversight. Please. PNC Park, Clemente
Wall. That's an
I
oversight. Oh my.
I mean, an oversight. They took so much time and care in building PNC Park and making sure that the wall is 21 feet high. And it's in tribute to Roberto Clemente. And now all of a sudden, 2025, we had an oversight. We apologize. We had an oversight. We apologize. Man, I just don't know. I just don't know. It's a sad situation. I mean, you want to run your team the way you want to team. You want to run it to win, to lose, whatever, or just be indifferent about it. Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. Fireworks on Friday night. People will go. We'll go watch the teams that come in. Paul Skeens is pitching. We'll sell it out to see Paul Skeens. But really, you can't get this right. Can't get this right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's your greatest player. It just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. I mean, Travis Williams can apologize, and I get that. But I mean, really. Anyways, we'll move on to what are we going to move on to, Jordan? Jordan. Oh, wait a minute. It's National Beer Day. National Beer Day, Jordan. And this goes hand in hand with it. On this date in 1959.
Oh, he's supposed to pitch on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, okay. I thought he was going to pitch today. But after 51 years, Oklahoma ends prohibition, 1959. So just tying that in with National Beer Day. How about this? Beer is the world's number one alcoholic beverage. Not surprised there. It is number 3 all time, behind water and tea. What are you making faces about over there?
I was just looking up tickets.
Oh, how much are the tickets for Paul Skeens to pitch?
Oh, Tuesday? Tomorrow?
Yeah,
It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Well,
what's
I'm
today?
looking.
What's today?
Today?
What's an average ticket for today?
Today's Monday. Oh, what's today's? I didn't look at today's. Hold on. Oh. You can get in section 146. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
$8.
Okay. Now tomorrow, go to section 146 when Skeen pitches.
$21.
All right. I mean, but that's probably
or in the nosebleeds, $11, $18. Wait, that's wild.
That's the thing. Major League Baseball, you go to games and not pay that much money if you just want to get in the ballpark.
No, it's because the Pirates are awful.
That too. All right. So National Coffee Cake Day. Now that's specifically made to dunk in your coffee and everything. But do you dunk in a beer today?
Not with coffee cake.
No. Oh, and here's one. National No Housework Day.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everybody. National No Housework Day. Oh, here we go. John Michael went to the Steel City Con last weekend, met Linda Blair, Ann Margaret, and Happy Days reunion, Ron Howard, Henry Winkler, Anson Williams, and Donnie Most. Wow. That's a big weekend. Hopefully he had a great time. Looks like he did. Happy Days. That used to be the number one show. It was the number one show on TV. Couldn't miss it. Ann Margaret, Linda Blair. Good stuff. That's a good group. That's a good groupie. Birthdays. Francis Ford Coppola. Godfather 1, 2, and 3. American Graffiti. Apocalypse Now. How about this group in 2017? We're going to end it here, Jordan. This group in 2017, on this date, April 7th, 2017, Joan Baez, Journey, Pearl Jam, Tupac Shakur, and Yes, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh.
And out of all of those people, I saw Yes in concert. The Hartford Civic Center, 1984. Wow. Yeah, that was in high school, senior in high school. Let's see, Yes, put on a great show.
I was not alive.
Put in a great show, and I say this all the time when I talk about Yes. They had a light show, so to speak.
What's a song that's like people knew from them? Like, what's a song that?
Roundabout. There's gonna be. I'll tell you all these songs, and you're not gonna know them anyways.
I might.
What they had.
You don't even know, and you went to see them.
I just told you one. I told you their biggest hit.
Oh, sorry. What was it? What was it?
So, anyways, I'm telling a story about their light show.
What was the song?
Roundabout.
You can't play it.
No, I know I can't play it. I'm looking up other ones. I'm terrible with titles of songs. So I could say something and go, oh, it's not even the right song. Let's see. Let's go. So anyways, they had a light show, so to speak. This was how bad it was back then.
How bad?
Or not bad. It was at the time, it was the coolest thing anybody had seen. They had a green laser beam like thing shoot out over the Hartford Civic Center crowd, right?
Uh-huh.
So it was this beam, and it opened up, and it was a globe, and it whirled around, and then it opened up, and it said yes, and and everybody was like, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It was like the last song or the encore or whatever, and they played that, and everybody was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Oh,
now it's like
my.
people be like, what is that? Okay, great, that's wonderful. Well, they've even ranked their songs. What am I looking at? Roundabout, Starship Trooper, Turn of the Century, Face to Face, Brother of Mine, South Side of the Sky. This is their older stuff. Close to the Edge, Heart of Sunrise. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. So I'd have to look it up, look more. So here we go. Awaken. This is a bad site. What did I get on? Owner of a Lonely Heart was big. That was a big one. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So, anyways, that was the big thing. They had their light show, and that was it. It was huge. It was huge. It's huge. All right, we got to go. But that group went in. Joan Baez, Journey, Pearl Jam, Tupac Shakur, and yes, all went into the Rock Hall of Fame in 2017 on this date, April 7th, 2017. All right, we're out of time, Jordan. You know why? It's time to go. It's time to go. Roundabout. Yes, John Michael, yes, album recommendations, Closer to the Edge, Fragile. Yep. All kinds of good songs. I'm really bad with song title names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm can't think of them. Love the songs, but can't think of them. All right. Till next time, everybody. Thank you to Valley Converting. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Jordan, thank you so much. We always Jordan well with the Florida Gators, because if she loses, it could be bad.
I'm going to be mad.
She's going to be mad. But they're not going to lose. That was my pick. So I have to, on the News 9 Sports on the Go. All right, everybody. Until next time, remember the 2 rules. Have fun and always try your best. Have a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great